Sixers are pitching LeBron James and his agent Rich Paul at Clutch Sports in the wake of getting Jaylen Brown. We know the face of this team, Tyrese Maxey, he has a relationship with LeBron James. But listen, the Sixers are a late inclusion in this process. Over the last 24, 48 hours, teams around the league that I speak to, this has been Cleveland, Golden State, Miami as far as the teams that make the most logical sense for LeBron James. There's always going to be one or two others, right? A team like the Sixers.
So a new bombshell has entered the villa here.
There you go. That's David. What I'm talking about.
How would LeBron James affect this team? Like, are they the title contenders if he joins the Sixers?
They're a contender. I'm not putting them a favorite. I'm not continuing on this toxic relationship with Joel Embiid and this Philadelphia 76ers. Like, I'm not going to have a situation where I'm putting Joel Embiid, who may have injury issues again. Like, we don't know on a given year what Joel Embiid we are going to get. So I am not going to put them as favorites for that reason. I'm going to put them in the mix in the East. So I see them as kind of actually similar to where I had New York last year, right? They are in the mix in the East. There may be one or two teams I would put above them in the Eastern Conference, which means you have a fighter's chance to come out of the East and a fighter's chance to win the championship. But there is no way that I'm going to say Joel Embiid, a team with him on there, and no disrespect to his talent, just his availability, I'm not going to say a team with him is ever going to be a favorite at the beginning of the season. Now, look, Maxey, Edgecombe, Brown, and Embiid together, or at least Edgecombe, Brown, and Embiid defensively, that is a lot. LeBron James would not have to take a defensive load with that. But again, that is about Embiid and his availability. Offensively, they're going to be off the charts. But if your best player, I don't know how much he's going to play. I'm not going to say they're going to be in the best team.
Who's Philly? Who's their best player?
Joel Embiid.
Is he?
No, he's not.
When healthy, if he's healthy, I would take Joel Embiid over anybody.
No, he's not. And you tripping. I know you ready for 4th of July. I know you ready to go have a barbecue and pop fireworks, but damn it, we at work. I need you to think logically. The keys have been handed over to Tyrese Maxey since the beginning of last season. He is the franchise. He is the face of that franchise with the addition of VJ Edgecombe and now Jaylen Brown. You don't need Joel Embiid to play at an all-NBA or MVP level no more. If you could go out and you go get LeBron James, you damn right they should be top 2 in the league for as title favorites. You know, because LeBron James just brings so much. And when you think about LeBron James' versatility, one, he's still a guy that's capable of guarding 1 through 5. He doesn't have to worry about a guy like Jokic or Wemby until he actually get to the NBA Finals. Is not a center. In the Eastern Conference, if the Philadelphia 76ers was to get LeBron and they was decided to go small ball and give Joel Embiid a break, LeBron is not a center in the Eastern Conference that LeBron James couldn't guard in the 7-game series. And that's including Karl-Anthony Towns. And I say that respectfully. So again, adding a guy like LeBron who could come in and on that squad, all you would need him to do is give you a solid 18, 5, and 7, which we know he could do that in his sleep. That absolutely puts them in that conversation of not just being the favorite in the Eastern Conference, but actually having a legit shot of winning it all. And that's facing OKC and the San Antonio Spurs.
Hurt. If I told you Embiid was not playing a minute in the playoffs, would you have them as a favorite?
You said what now?
If Embiid was not playing a single minute in the playoffs, would you still have Philadelphia as a favorite?
If they had LeBron?
With no Embiid whatsoever, you think they would win? They would be a favorite with LeBron and no Embiid whatsoever come playoff time?
I do think they would be in the conversation. I do. I think you're putting too much stock and not respecting what the others will bring to the table. And this is what I'm telling you, bro. At this point, all you need Joel Embiid to do is go out there and give you anywhere from 14 to 16 points and 10 rebounds. That's not hard to ask. And then on top of that, you could manage him throughout the 82-game season because you don't need him to be available every single night. And you know another added bonus with getting LeBron to the Philadelphia 76ers, he actually could teach Joel Embiid One thing we know about LeBron, when it comes to taking care of his body and being in shape, he's one of the best to do it in any sport. So if Joel Embiid needs guidance and he needs to see how to be a professional off the floor and the necessary things that he needs to do to take care of his body, who else is it better to learn from than a LeBron James?
All right, so as it stands right now, the 76ers have plus 2,000 odds at DraftKings Sportsbooks to win the finals next year. It's the fifth best odds. But
I might drop a hot 100 on that.
In the NBA, we don't know where he's going to play. All we know is that he won't be playing in Los Angeles and that he is evaluating his options. Shams Charania, kind enough to join us now here on Get Up to discuss the future of LeBron James. Shams, what more can you tell us about LeBron's free agency and what's being impacted at the current moment?
Joe, I'm told that LeBron James is not in an immediate rush. He's in Ohio right now, spending family time, but also his agent, Rich Paul, they're in fact-finding, information gathering stages right now. So you absorb the info, and I do expect over the coming days, LeBron James, Rich Paul will take the next step in their conversations with teams. From the outset of this process, once LeBron James informed the Lakers 6 hours before free agency earlier this week that he would not be staying with the Lakers, that he would be moving on, he would allow the Lakers to move on. It was very clear around the league which teams could be logical fits. You think about the Cavaliers, the Warriors, the Miami Heat. Then the Sixers go out and get Jaylen Brown. They get on the map. And Rich Paul said on his Game Over podcast this morning that this decision will be about competitive basketball. It's not just going to be about one made in July. So we see all those lists of teams. So a couple that have not been mentioned, Minnesota and Denver, that they're going to be looking into. So you absorb all the information. You see what the team looks like right now, what it could look like during the dog days of the season in January, in a December. You think about the culture, the environment. So you look at all these rosters that Rich Paul describes and the starting fives that LeBron James could be a part of, whether it's in Cleveland, whether it's in Golden State, whether it's in Philadelphia, whether it's in Minnesota, whether it's in Denver. So right now, LeBron James, Rich Paul, they're in fact-finding mode, and over the coming days, taking the next step in conversations.
And that's exactly what you told us at the beginning. This was going to be a process. It was going to take some time. So now let's bring in the rest of our NBA crew, Monica McNutt, Vince Goodwill, Tim McMahon. Vince, we'll begin with you. The Sixers, who have now acquired Jaylen Brown, do you see them as the best possible destination for LeBron James?
Not from a basketball standpoint, not from a life standpoint. From a basketball standpoint, the Denver Nuggets really intrigue me. The thought of playing with Nikola Jokic, who's still at the top of his game, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, all those guys, they haven't been in the championship conversation for quite a long time. Of course, there's Miami and Golden State. It all depends on what LeBron really wants. He can fit into any situation in any environment and make them better than what they are. That is one of his great superpowers. It just comes down to what team looks more palatable for him and allows him to be the best version of himself, while also not making him do the heavy lifting at 42 years old.
Monica McNutt, after acquiring Jaylen